Imagine you're staying in an Airbnb that cost $150 billion to build. It has a killer view, but there's a catch. You can't open a window for fresh air. And if you spill your coffee, it doesn't hit the floor. Instead, it becomes a floating, caffeinated orb of doom heading straight for $1 million control panel. On the International Space Station, a single crumb isn't just a nuisance, it's a potential short circuit that could kill the entire crew. In microgravity, the physics of filth are terrifying. Without gravity to pull dust to the ground, astronauts live in a constant cloud of their own dead skin cells and sweat. Today, we're diving into the ISS Cleanliness Protocol, the high-tech, high-stakes battle to keep the world's most expensive laboratory from becoming a floating petri dish. Down here on Earth, we take gravity for granted. It's our best janitor. It pulls dust, hair, and spilled soda to the floor where we can deal with it. But at 17,500 miles per hour, gravity is effectively gone. This creates a biological pressure cooker. Think about it. Stagnant air. Without convection, hot air doesn't rise. If an astronaut stays still for too long, they can actually form a CO2 bubble around their head and suffocate on their own breath. The skin cloud. Humans shed about 200 million skin cells every hour. On Earth, they settle on your rug. On the ISS, they stay suspended in the air, waiting to be inhaled or sucked into a delicate computer vent. Every crumb or drop of liquid is a projectile. If a piece of floating granola gets lodged in an astronaut's lung or a cooling fan, the mission is in serious trouble. So, how do you clean a house where everything floats? You don't use a broom, you use a high-velocity HEPA vacuum. These aren't your average Roombas. They're designed to capture debris in high-flow air streams before it can drift into the life support vents. Then there are the biocidal wipes. You can't just spray Windex in space. The fumes would hang in the air and poison the crew. Instead, NASA uses specialized wipes treated with a specific chemistry designed to kill spaceborne bacteria without off-gassing toxic chemicals. Every Saturday, the crew performs the Saturday morning cleaning ritual. For several hours, the world's smartest scientists become high-tech janitors, scrubbing every handrail, every zip tie, and every nook and cranny with disinfecting wipes. Here is where it gets a bit gross: space mold. Behind the equipment racks, where air doesn't circulate well, humidity can spike. This creates a perfect breeding ground for aggressive fungi. Because of the higher radiation levels in orbit, these microbes can mutate faster than they do on Earth. Astronauts have to play a constant game of find the fungus, using ultraviolet light sensors and surface sampling kits. They have to be especially careful with the water recovery system. This is the machine that turns urine back into drinking water. If a biofilm or a slimy colony of bacteria clogs those filters, the station's water supply is toast. The biggest source of filth on the ISS? The humans. One of the weirdest phenomenon in space is foot shedding. Because astronauts don't walk, the calluses on the bottoms of their feet soften and eventually peel off in giant flakes. If they're not careful when taking off their socks, it's like a skin cell snowstorm for their crewmates. Personal hygiene is a logistical nightmare. Grooming. Haircuts are done with clippers attached to a vacuum hose. Showers? There are no showers. It's all no-rinse soap and damp towels. Trash? You can't just take the bins out. Trash is compacted and loaded into dirty cargo ships like the Progress or Cygnus vehicles, which are then deorbited to burn up in the atmosphere. Yes, shooting your trash into a fireball is the ultimate disposal method. As we sit here in 2026, the game is changing. We're starting to see the rollout of autonomous cleaning robots. These little droids are beginning to take over the tedious scrubbing and vacuuming, freeing up astronauts for actual science. We're also testing self-cleaning antimicrobial services for the upcoming Lunar Gateway Station. These materials use microscopic textures or silver ions to kill bacteria on contact, hopefully making Saturday cleaning a thing of the past. These protocols aren't just about being neat. They are the blueprints for the multi-year mission to Mars. In a tiny capsule millions of miles from home, a single fungal outbreak isn't just a mess, it's a mission ender. The next time you're complaining about vacuuming your living room, just remember, at least your dust isn't trying to short-circuit your oxygen supply. Which part of space cleaning sounds the grossest to you? the skin clouds or the urine recycling filters? Let me know in the comments.